Hey everybody, Vance here with you from NWR Light Shows coming out of Tucson, Arizona. And the plan, of course, had been to do something different than last year and make a video as I was setting the show up. Unfortunately, I broke my foot October 1st as part of setting up my Halloween show. So I was unable to make shows as I was setting up. I sat in the house and built props, and then my kids had to help put them on the house, my adult kids. So tearing down now, the foot is in a boot presently, so I'm getting around and can start to at least tear down. These panels were on the garage door. There was a total of 12 of these panels, and it pretty much filled out the garage door. These panels are from Gilbert Engineering. They're 2 foot by 4 foot. They have 512 pixels on each one. And it came out to, I think, 6,144 pixels for these panels. So it gave us a 12 by 16 matrix on the door. And although it's advertised as 1 inch spacing, it's actually about 1.5 from the center of each pixel. And I can't take credit for the mounting. This is an idea that came from somebody else that I saw on YouTube. But basically what we've got here is a magnet that is set up to hold these onto the garage door. They're really strong. I'll post these magnets in the links, but here in the comment section. But anyway, it's just a screw, couple of wing nuts, flat washers, and a cap nut on here. And you can see I've got a total of 8 on each of the panels, and ordering from Amazon, they're pretty cheap, pretty easy to do. So that's what holds these onto the garage door. You can see they got a little banged up, but the pixels, again, 512 each for 512 each for a total of 6,144 on the matrix. So you will have to excuse my mess. It looked a little better before I started pulling it all down and then realized I should be filming. But what I had out here driving the matrix was actually my old controllers from last year. These are a pair of Meanwell 350 watt 12 volt power supplies. My whole show is 12 volt. And as I showed last year, each of the boxes is the same. We've got 2 power supplies. We have a smart receiver and then a power distribution board. Network cables running in from the main controller. So I was a little more together this year on building my controllers and such. So I actually have my outputs marked. Those that aren't, of course, are power injection. For the matrix, I had a total of 4 controllers. Each of the controllers handled 3 of the matrix panels. So it works out just about right when you're handling 3 of the matrix panels that, as I mentioned, they're 512 pixels each. So it's 1,500 pixels. We've got 750 watts of power for each of these boxes. So, my rough math is about 1/2 watt per pixel, and I don't nearly run them at 100%. So at 1/2 watt, 1,500 pixels divided in half, 750 watts. These work perfectly. They drove the pixels on the matrix just fine, and I had no issues with that. So again, forgive the mess out here, but these wires were all wrapped up behind the matrix. pretty much. And again, I just had them fed under the garage door, and then the garage door closed, and it stayed closed all season long. If you've seen inside of my garage while I'm filming, you'll see that there's a reason why I keep it closed, because it's a mess in here. Some of the things that were the same this year, we used our Gilbert Engineering candy canes and had those back up in the same spot as last year. And then new additions this year, we had two of the Rosa Wreaths from Gilbert Engineering, and just mounted those on either side of the window out front here. Our setup overhead this year was about the same. I used some updated controllers this year, but these two boxes up here are just the smart controllers, or the smart receivers, and those are running off a Hewlett-Packard server power supply and then a power distro board. Over here on this side, we have the one more smart receiver. The larger box on that side is where my main controller is. That's the Culp K64DB. And kind of snuck in up top, can't really see it there, is the FM receiver. So I'm normally a little more careful about tying up my cords so that you don't have this rat's nest, which you can't see at night anyway. But again, with my injured foot this year, I was kind of not able to do a lot of the things that I normally do. Last year I had 6 of the Gilbert Engineering arches out in front of my house, and then because they were stretched across the front of the yard, I could do a half a dozen of them. This year I had to move them back because I had other things going on. So I was only able to do 4. Last year I had run just a piece of rebar up in the middle and then tied the arch into it at the center to hold them up. This year I actually built the full-blown frames for them. The PVC with the electrical conduit and the PEX in the back stands up much nicer. I will say you'll have to excuse that my arches are a little wonky. You can see they're no longer lined up, and also you can see that my P stakes are wonky. Any that have been around Arizona or any place with javelina, you'll know that they just kind of run wild at night. The javelina we've caught on camera running through my yard in the evenings. So yes, my P stakes are a complete crooked mess because of the javelina running through at night. This year we just had 5 of the mini trees, where last year we had 7. We had to cut back this year. You can see with the P stakes and everything else in the yard, there was just a lot going on. So we had to cut back on those. But we did add the stars to the top of our mini trees this year, which was kind of nice. The P stakes are from Gilbert Engineering, although the pixels that are in the P stakes came from Blinky Pixels. It really added to the show this year. Really enjoyed the heck out of the P stakes and plan to expand on those next year. You can see we didn't change much upstairs this year. We went ahead and stayed with the PVC with the WS 2815 strips on there, and then the molding that you get from Home Depot with the strips on those as well. That's how we outline our windows and the roof line. We did add in here these 2 verticals this year to kind of better frame out the house. But upstairs, other than the addition of those 2 verticals, was really unchanged from last year. Probably our biggest change or addition this year was the move to a much larger and more dense megatree. Last year it was about 7 foot tall, and I think we had 20 strips at about 100, or no, I think it was about 85 pixels per strip. This year the tree is 10 feet tall with the star, which is rather awkwardly put up there, sorry, about 13 feet tall. The topper is a 180 degree 32 strand topper from Gilbert Engineering, and we have 32 strips at 115 pixels per strip here, so it's a grand total of about 3,800 pixels on the megatree this year. The frame is something that my son had welded for me, and that allowed us to get the megatree up there and nice and solid this year. The other new addition this year was the push button for music. It was nice not to have music going for our neighbors all the time, but I will say that it is a problem and that people don't understand what the button is for. I'm not sure if anybody else experiences that problem, but people walk up and press the button thinking that it's going to start the show playing or do something with the lights. They don't understand that it's just for music. They don't understand that if the music is already playing, it's not going to make any difference if they push the button. I even put a typewritten page up there, big font, and just sort of quickly explained what the push button was for. Telling them that, it's not going to make a difference if you push the button when the music's already playing. People still didn't get it. I literally watched people read the sign and then push the button. So people just want to push the button. They don't understand what it's for. Behind the mega tree this year, it's sort of unceremoniously thrown in, but 2 boxes back here. Again, these were just smart receivers with HP power supplies and power distro boards. Each, I went ahead and used all 8 ports for, on each of the smart receivers. Each of those ports actually handled 460 pixels, and I power injected that right in the middle at the 230 pixel mark. And it seemed to do pretty well. So getting anything in the ground here in Arizona can be difficult, so never mind the setup. And again, you'll have to forgive that everything's kind of rough. I normally do a better job of getting wires tied up and such, but with my foot being down this year, it just didn't happen. So this is what our mega tree looks like. And then the other little thing you'll see there is a waterproof faux rock speaker. I've got one there, and I don't know if you can see it, but one tucked in the bushes over there. So that provided our music in the yard here.